Thanks, Riaz. Good morning, everyone. BCIT students are heading back to classes today amid a health scare. The ongoing measles outbreak in the Fraser Valley has now extended to the Burnaby campus. Fraser Health is working with the post-secondary school to contain the virus after one student was infected. There's concern the person could have spread the measles in the NE1 building on March 6th or 7th. Anyone at NE1 those days needs proof they've been vaccinated before returning to classes, or if they've had measles before or was born before 1970. Anyone who may have the virus is asked to isolate themselves at home. Police are investigating a double shooting in the Walnut Grove area in Langley. Two people were shot at a home on 216th Street just before 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. That kicked off a manhunt for the shooter, with swarms of heavily armed police officers arriving to block the area off. The suspect was eventually taken into custody without any further violence. He is known to police. The victims were taken to hospital in stable condition. The motive for the shooting is unclear, but the attack is not considered to be random. There are unconfirmed reports the home is the location of a marijuana grow-op. Surrey RCMP are investigating a shooting that sent a 30-year-old man to hospital. Neighbors heard arguing outside a house at 134A and 81st yesterday morning, followed by gunshots. A brown van and a black pickup truck were spotted leaving the scene. Either of them may have a broken window. The victim is in stable condition. He is well known to police. A Langley woman is undergoing a psychiatric assessment after a crash on Highway 1 in Abbotsford, and police say the crash may have been deliberate. It happened under the Mount Lehman overpass just before 9 o'clock Sunday morning. Police say a Volkswagen Beetle was traveling eastbound in the westbound lanes before it slammed into another vehicle. The driver of the car that was hit suffered a broken femur and injuries to his knees. Mounties say the driver of the Volkswagen was a 36-year-old woman and that she was aware of what she was doing at the time of the collision. She suffered minor injuries. 3 people are dead in Ontario after a suspected carbon monoxide poisoning overnight. A 60-year-old man, his 59-year-old wife, and their 36-year-old son were found unresponsive in their Brampton home this morning. 2 other men were found inside. They were rushed to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say the furnace of the home broke down yesterday. The residents had been using portable propane heaters to stay warm during a bitterly cold weekend. The victims were found unconscious by a 6th resident while a carbon monoxide alarm sounded inside the home. There's more uncertainty at our local ports this morning, with truckers failing to make any progress in their labor dispute. Union and non-union truckers met with port and government reps yesterday, but left the meeting unsatisfied. The drivers were hoping to negotiate and discuss specifics about a 14-point plan offered to them on Friday. The government believes it addresses drivers' concerns.
We came here today to discuss the questions and concerns that we had. We were informed by government that there was to be no negotiation and that no questions would be answered until we went back to work.
The container truckers continue to seek better rates and reduced wait times. The strike is affecting an estimated $885 million worth of cargo every week. We are learning more today about the efforts to find a missing Malaysian Airlines jet. A press conference was held this morning where authorities say the search continues for the missing jetliner, which has not been seen in more than a week. The entire crew is now being investigated by police, as well as a flight engineer who was a passenger. 26 countries are now involved in the effort to find the plane, which has 239 people on board. 2 of its main communication systems were disabled about 14 minutes apart. Western countries, including Canada, are denouncing the results of a referendum in Crimea as both illegal and invalid. According to official results, nearly 97% of residents in Ukraine's Crimean Peninsula have voted to rejoin Russia. More than 1 million people came to the polls on Sunday. That is an 83% voter turnout. The United States and the European Union are expected to announce sanctions against Russia, including visa bans and potential asset freezes. Prime Minister Stephen Harper also blasted the referendum this morning, calling the poll illegitimate and saying that Canada will not recognize its outcome.